Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm just working on the lighting, trying to get things looking a little bit more better. And if you're watching this as a replay, this is a live stream. I'm talking to real people, and just fast forward to where there's something happening if you want. So today we're going to be doing some blackout poetry. Just going to grab my example here and have it out. So here it is. Hi, Colleen. Good to see you. We're snapping and doing poetry today. Although I'm not much of a poet. So, artistic license. Hi, Judah. Good to see you. So I'm going to be using just some pages from an old Reader's Digest book. I just cut out a few pages. I pre-scanned some of the text on 2 pages to come up with, I don't know, a poem, words, spoken words, written words. So while we're waiting for people to come in, I will just do a little flip through of this composition book that I started Gelliprinting in this book in 2020, and it's almost done. So I thought, today let's just finish her up. Let's get all the pages done with our poetry. And hi, Mariah. Hi, Marguerite. How's the sound and the video quality? I had a bit of trouble with my Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping it's working okay. If you want to let me know. Marguerite's lurking from lineup at the bank. Cool. So I'll just flip through this as we're chatting. Okay, thanks, Judah. Excellent. So these are just some, when I was learning Gelliprinting, and this composition book actually glued 2 pages together with just a glue stick. Thanks, Mariah. So these are a lot of my early prints. And we have maybe a few more people. We'll start the poetry session. And that's when I was learning to do transfers. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody feeling full and satiated from the holiday? These were foam stamps I made using my some fun foam and some die cuts. These were like placemats, I think. These were leaves from the dollar store. That was an image transfer that didn't work very well, but it's actually of Jennifer Lawrence, which reminds me, we went and saw the new Hunger Games movie last Friday, and then over the week we watched the other 4 movies in the series, and oh, it's such a good series. I just love it. Oh, look at that. There's another one, another found poetry page there. All right, Mariah, she's having a good start to the year. Does the lighting look okay? Hi, Gail. This is one of my favorite transfers that I've done. I just really like that one. It was so fun. I think I did that on one of your streams, Colleen, or on Kathy. I think I was Gelliprinting with you guys one day, and we did that one. I did that one with you guys. I like the little how the words transferred on this one. Sob story. So I do get comments about what do you do with your Gelliprints, and some, often it's just for art journaling, just to just play with color and put color in a book. And then this book, I was always planning to go back and add things like, words and stuff like that. Yes, they were very descriptive. There's another one, another good transfer that worked really well. This one, I remember this one didn't work, and I used matte medium to pick up the hands because it hadn't worked. I think there's a video like 2 Februaries ago with these prints. This is just a blah. That'd be a good place to add something. There's a dollar store owl, like wooden owls. I think that was from the dollar store. So there's the, I think last August I worked on this with one of my son's girlfriends. We did some jelly printing together, and I made this little piece of poetry. It says, "Try to smile, expression on your face, working too hard, so close, her face remained." And then I just stuck it in here. This is a piece that I glued in there just because it added something to this page. And just some shiny, like I think that was like an alphabet stencil. These I should add, you know, stuff around it. That's with some botanicals and some die cuts. This is a guy that I think I used him when I did laser transfers with PMR Studios laser stencils. I have that somewhere. I thought I could glue them here someday. Hi, Colleen. Colleen M. We have Colleen M. and we have CK Art Colleen here today. We got that one. She looks really spooky. Blah. Boo. This was using a different technique that I don't really recommend, but I was just sort of playing with it. This was last New Year's. I did a live stream. No, it was 2 years ago. I should have. Oh, I did. January 2022. So 2 years ago, I was in the New Year's Eve streamathon, and I did pan pastels on the jelly plate. And I'm not participating this year in the streamathon, but I highly recommend everybody check it out and, you know, follow the streamers, give them your support. If one of the mods wants to put a link to the schedule or to Raul's or Miriam's channel for more information, that would be great. This was a balloon technique I did. I should do that one again. We'll do a live stream using the balloons. And this was using some PM Artist Studio stencils. And my small jelly plate. Hi, Anne. Sorry, I don't know where my brain went. My husband goes to work late on Wednesdays, and then after he left, I had some stuff to do, and then I totally forgot to go to your live stream. So I'm going to watch it in replay. And here's this lady. I added some flowers to her. So here we have the spot. So we'll probably put our poetry in here, even though it's wrinkly. And this is when I was working on one of my elephant Bridget Coopson things. This is sort of the experimental one. And then I have a video of the good one of that. This was doing some PM Artist Studio laser print transfers using white and using, looks like dark green. Botanical jelly print. December 2022, some ornaments. So I've got room to like finish up. So I don't have a lot to do to finish up this book. I was just, for those coming in, I was just flipping through my composition book where I glued all the pages together, like glued 2 pages together, and every page is jelly printed, and I started that in 2020. So I want to get this done before the new year. So we're going to actually, I think this was the only spot, wasn't it, for a full page? I can maybe add something here. But anyways, let's do our poetry. Here we should have time to do 2 different ones. And I've got some words picked out, but I don't have any colors or themes or anything. You guys can help me figure that out. This was something I was doing yesterday. I did a mini haul print. I was doing that when Patricia and Mariah and PMR Studios were doing their stream yesterday. So I did a bunch of prints just on copy paper. And I was trying to use a limited palette. So I thought that might make a good little booklet. All right, let's put that aside. Hello, Miss Didi. Oh, the link, Colleen, the link to the New Year's Eve streamathon. if you have it handy. If not, don't worry. People can go check out Raoul or Miriam's channel. All right, so that's where we're going to put our blocked out. Is it blackout poetry? So I know I never did this in school, but my boys did it in school, and I thought it might be fun. So the way I'll just bring out this page. The way I did this one was I just had a piece of book page, and you just pick out some words, and then you cover them in some washi tape, and then you jelly print on it, and then you peel it off. So I'm going to take a bit of the sticky off so that it doesn't tear the page when it comes off. So the words I picked out, this was just from a Reader's Digest condensed book page. And so the words I picked out were noisy people, turning this way and that. He came to receive opposite hope, I think, in the cavernous box. Watching him, the sane would kick it away. Impatience surged. Maybe I'll put the word he ran, maybe? No, we'll take out that one. We'll take out that one. So the impatience surged. His eyes cleared. He ran without complaint. So that's going to be our found poetry. And I have this other one here. Oh, and you taught this to your students. It's awesome. Yeah, the first time I saw it was when my kids did it in high school. That was quite a few years ago. Well, a few years ago. Thanks, Colleen. So I've circled them in pencil, so that I could remember what I was doing, so it wouldn't take so much time. And I'm just going to cover it in washi tape, and then after I've got the jelly print done, we're going to pull that off and glue it down. So this washi tape, I think it's a good width. I think it seems to be a pretty good width for what we're doing. And I didn't want to pre-do this because I wanted you guys to know what words we were doing. Hi, Alyssa. That's my symbol for Alyssa. It feels so quiet. It's a fairly sunny day out today. We've been having, wow, just like unseasonably warm temperatures, like above freezing most days. There's just a little bit of snow left on the ground, like sort of in scattered areas here and there, which has been awesome because I've been able to take Lucy for walks like every day. Most winters, there's like a period of time where it's so cold, like I don't know Fahrenheit, but like -20. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's cold, especially when it gets windy. So I read the words to you guys. So if you guys want to pick out some colors, we can do a jelly print using the colors that you guys pick. So again, the words are noisy people, turning this way and that. He came to receive. I feel like I'm missing a word. He came to receive. I have the word opposite. I don't know if I want that. He came to receive opposite hope. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's a poem. Do poems have to make sense? You're the English teacher here. Should I take out the word opposite or should I keep it in? English was never my favorite subject. I was more of a sciences kind of gal. Dee Dee's saying wintry, icy blue, and Anne's saying red, and Anne says to keep it. Okay, we're going to keep it. Let me keep opposite hope. And cut that out. So I don't think I can do icy blue and red because that might be a little bit too 4th of July. Unless we do we'll figure out a way. We'll make it work. Maybe we'll do blue with like a smidge of red. We had a pretty low-key Christmas. We just had on Christmas Eve, we had my mom come over and my 2 sons were here. But my older son actually worked, he'd worked an online shift at his part-time job from 8 to midnight. So he left, he went downstairs at midnight, not at midnight, at 8. And then we drove my mom home around 9 or so. And then the next day it was just a matter of eating leftovers. So I made like a Christmas dinner, turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, sweet potato or yams, carrots, salad. Oh, what else? Stuffing. So I didn't end up eating. I don't eat meat, so I just cooked it for other people. So for the turkey, I didn't make a real turkey. I don't like cooking real turkeys as a vegetarian. So I just make like a turkey loaf. You know, you buy the turkey loaf frozen, and then you just put it in the oven for like 4 hours. You don't have to like rinse it and stuff it and all that stuff. Peggy says she's in recovery mode from Christmas. And Anne taught history for 15 years. I just noticed this washi tape is excellent for this because it's a good width and it has these stripes on it, which, you know, if I had more time, not I had more time, I was being more careful, I could use that to help me cut straight. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna, after I do this, I'm gonna read it again because I can actually see through the washi tape, which is helpful. And then I'll just make sure we want to keep that, or we don't want to add any words. So Colleen is sorting and organizing Christmas art stuff to put away. Nice. Yeah, I didn't do much Christmas journaling this year. Like I did mainly Christmas cards. I think next year I'm just going to do one style, maybe 2 styles of Christmas cards and just copy them and send them out. And then that way I'll have more time to do some December art journaling. Wait a second. Ah! Okay, I was debating whether to keep that word, and then when I took the washi tape off, it kind of ripped it. So that decided for us that we're not keeping that word. Oh, I'm going to cut that. Oh, Colleen, yeah, you got to take it easy with your foot. It was a fun stream, though. I felt bad saying, send me a link. I was doing so many typos. It was getting pretty pathetic. All right, we're almost to the jelly plate portion of this stream. As mentioned in Dee Dee's chat, I don't, plan to just always do jelly printing, but I do enjoy jelly printing. So it's a fun activity to do on stream because you can like take breaks to like look at the chat. Dee Dee, you're very good at like watching your chat. It's amazing. Ooh, Dee Dee's gonna tell on you, Colleen. You're in trouble. Yeah, try to sit, Colleen. Take it easy. All right, so let's proofread this, Anne. Noisy people, turning this way and that, he came to receive opposite hope in the cavernous box. Watching him, the sane would kick it away. Impatience surged. His eyes cleared, he ran without complaint. Now, should we add a few more words or take some words out? What do you guys think? Hi, Rhonda. While we're thinking about those words, I'm going to get my jelly plate out. Well, you do very well, Dee Dee. And I know that you scrub through after, so sometimes if I say something that I wanted you to see, I don't repeat it because I know that you'll probably see it later. Okay, I'm going to round the corners of this because I want it. I'm going to end up like gluing it down. So I'm going to do a jelly plate with the whole 8x10. We're going to put the whole 8x10 on here. And then we're going to, well, no, we're going to peel this off. Then we're going to finish jelly plating this, put this on there, and then glue this on top. Does that make sense? Sounds very complicated, but it's not. It's not complicated. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, they should be, you know, I think these Reader's Digest books are pretty easy to find in thrift stores. But you don't need, I mean, any book you have hanging around would be fine. And I kind of like how that's sort of wavy, so I'm actually going to cut this so it's not so, let's wave that a little bit. Because it is gonna, there's gonna be a bit of an outline. And I gotta wave this one a little bit more. Now I don't usually do New Year's resolutions, but I think this year I really have to move more. I have to. Last year my word of the year was balance, and someone in chat said their word was going to be move, and I think that's a good word for me for two reasons. One is I need to move my body more, and the other thing is that we're going to be moving again, so I think move might be a good thing. Should I? I'm going to make that curvy too. Any suggestions by everybody about if I should add some words or take away some words, or are we good to go with this draft? Hi, Sophia. To think now. You found for poetry, the worse the book is, the better it makes good poetry fodder. If it's unreadable and utter nonsense, that's a keeper. Yes, exactly. Safia bought a second copy of the one she was going to dump in recycling because how amazing it's been. So you cut the words out, right? Yeah. So found poetry, I think, is when you cut the words out, and blackout poetry is when you keep the words and you black out the rest. That's my understanding. All right, so let's do. So the reason I'm going to do the whole 8x10 is I want the finished page to look cohesive. So we're actually going to use, we have like one spot, one double page spread left in my Gelliprinting book from 2020, and we're going to close it off 2023. We might add, I mean, I can still play in it. Doesn't mean it's closed, but the Gelliprinting will be done. All right, so Dee Dee said winter blue. Now, we have to keep in mind that I do need this, I want it to be opaque because I want it to block out the words. So we could do this. I do like, you know, blue and red. Someone said winter blue and someone else said red. Blue and red is a very cool combination. If we did like, the main thing is blue with some red bits and things. So Sophia cuts them out and she'll scan for useful phrases on both sides. Harvest as many as she can from each page. You can find some corkers. That's a real British saying. That's a corker. We don't say that in Canada. I don't think we use that word so much. All right, now I don't have any like stencils or anything picked out, but what if we use, oops, stuff's fallen. I was thinking, what about some placemats? I haven't done like placemat Gelliprinting in a while. Yeah, we'll do placemat. So I'm going to put red down and look at some tissue paper to pull up the in-between spots. Or some tracing paper. What do I have? What do I have handy, people? Okay, let's just use good old-fashioned tissue since we have lots of tissue left from the holidays. Yeah, turquoise and bright red is fun. Okay, let me just open this up. I have a new favorite Christmas movie. So my old favorite Christmas movie used to be Will Ferrell in Elf. That was my favorite. But my new favorite, because I do love me a good musical, is Will Ferrell in the movie Spirited with Ryan Reynolds. It is so fun. I love it. Hi, Charmaine. Happy holidays to you. All right, so let's put some red on here. Move our page over there. Boop. And maybe a little bit of, so it's not so murdery red, we'll put a little bit of this like, ooh, I thought that was burgundy, but it's red violet. Okay. Now let me just move all the stuff. Let's put a bit of black. Okay, I saw the word haberdasher in there. I got to read that. Let me just get this mixed and then we'll read the haberdasher. So I'm just kind of, I don't want it too black. Okay, let's put this on here. And I didn't smooth it out on purpose because I just want it kind of haphazard. All right, what is this haberdasher thing? Safia says, literally just the other day, internal little haberdasher. That's funny. All right, I want to get that out. I don't want too much red. I think I want it mostly blue. So we might have to do like a double removal. I feel like that's going to be really murdery red here. That's a lot of red. Let's keep going. Pretend you're a little mouse dancing on the jelly plate. Or you're making bread. I don't make bread. I don't make bread or pies. I'm not a baker. Lately, I'm barely a cooker. Okay. That's kind of cool. So let that dry before we add our blue. I'm just gonna do this. The other movie I've been watching a lot of lately is Chicago. I just love that musical. I think it's so cool. I just feel like there's a bit too much red, so I'm just gonna stamp off a little bit using this. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I do have baby wipes. Good. I should be stamping this off on some actual paper, but so this is a PM Artist Studio foam stamp. There, I like that. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that. Da, 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 da. I should invest in a new 8x10 jelly plate. I think a white one would be better for streaming. It's not as yellow as it appears on the screen, but Thanks, Peggy. We took audience suggestions for the colors. So this is just a placemat from the dollar store that I actually cut in half, and I gave the other half to a friend of mine, and that's handy. A lot of these earlier jelly prints were done with placemats. Like that was a placemat, that was a sink mat, placemat. So lots of fun combining your different materials. So we're going to use this white acrylic, matte acrylic. And I think this is a pretty opaque color. And I think it's really going to pop through the red and the stuff. Anne always watches the 1951 version of the Christmas Carol with Alistair Sims. Nice. I just really like the updated version. Have you seen the movie? What was the movie I was just talking about? Spirited with Will Ferrell. It's a musical version of the Christmas Carol. This is still just a little bit wet there. Just blocked off a little bit of that paint. Oops, and then I got my thumbprint in it. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna use this to block out the poetry, and then we're gonna lift off the pieces of washi tape, and then we're gonna do a pick up print to put it on this page here. Hi, Nettie. Okay, let's go for it. We'll just move over this way slightly. Now I just have to shake these ones. Looks like I haven't used this one very much. All right, so let's, I'm going to get just a piece of paper to brayer off. I just want a piece of regular copy paper. Just a second. Or actually, let's use this. We'll use the other side of this. Okay. So I'm gonna keep it pretty simple because I want the words to show more than the pattern. Hopefully that's enough paint. And I want it nice and opaque. So that's pretty good. Just gonna try to even out my lines a bit. I'm gonna put this on here. Now normally I would put a piece of paper over top of this, but I don't want to disrupt what's underneath because I want to keep that as my frame. So I'm just going to try to push to the edges as much as possible. Da, 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 da. Hello, Janet Young. Hope you had a nice holiday with your family. So apparently this book that we're using is Condition Black. That's one of the cool things about these Reader's Digest books is that there's like so many different styles in here. Oh, this one has a picture. I thought I saw a picture. I don't think I've ever seen that. Look at that. That's cool. We're going to use that in something sometime. Let me rip that right out. I like that. That's neat. Is there more pictures in this? I think there is. Oh, it's the author, Marilyn Harris. Let's see. Ooh, Condition Black. That's cool. Okay, let's rip those out too while we're here and waiting for this to dry anyhow. I could use that for the word black, and then in the out poetry, we could, I don't know. So I'm happy that so far I have not gained weight over this Christmas season. So that's a plus. I really gotta. Oh yeah, I was talking about my word of the year, move. I really got to try to move more in the new year. There's that. That's kind of neat. These are interesting illustrations. Ooh, loves music, loves to dance. That's cool. And then look at this side. Professional single male seeks attractive, trusting female aged 22 to 34. Well, I guess I'm out. If you adore Fred Astaire and long to foxtrot, let's dance. I promise you, if you tango with me, you'll never dance with anyone else again. Call me. I'm waiting for you. Well, that sounds sinister. I think I'm going to have to read that. Even this is kind of a cool. That's a neat. Okay. All right, let's see if that's ready. Oh, I can kind of see some of the words there. You can see where the washi tape was. It left behind little stripes, which is kind of cool. So this paint was maybe not quite as opaque as I wanted, but you know what? We'll make it work. Just right here. I wonder if we just, I'm just going to press it on here to try to get some of that. Some of that covered right there where it's a little bit. Oh well, it is what it is. So now I'm going to let that dry a bit more, and then we'll pick it up into our book, into our composition book. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that, Sapia. Yeah, I want to read that story about the Shall We Dance, and I probably tore out some pages. It's like, where did page 22 go? All right, so I'm going to just pull these off while it's still somewhat wet. Now, I know when I did it last time, I heated it a bit so that it wouldn't. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my heat gun just to soften that washi tape a little bit. So heat gun. Hi, Sky Queen. Nice to meet you. Thanks, everybody who came to my live stream, who's here right now. So even though we can see some of the words through the paint, I'm hoping that what we blocked out will be just very evident. So I'm just going to carefully, yeah, that seems to work better than the tweezers if I just sort of bend the page. And then if it doesn't show up, like if it's not as bold as you want it, you can always go around it with a Posca pen, like maybe a black Posca pen, and you could like, sorry, and then you could just kind of draw a little square around the words you want. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I've never done blackout poetry in school. My kids have. And Anne Lair in chat here, she used to teach English and she had her students do it. They liked it. So and so it's feeling like it's sticking. I'm going to just hit it with the heat gun again. It sort of softens the glue up. Hi, Marta. Dee Dee streamed this morning, and then Anne Lair streams a little bit after Dee Dee. I got to get my time straight. And what time do you stream on Wednesdays, Eastern? Because I'm actually in Mountain Standard Time, so it's harder for me to convert other people's times. Oh, bye, Judah. Nice. Thanks for coming. All right, we've almost got all our poetry off, and then we're gonna pick that up. Now I'm thinking, here's a thought. I think it might be neat to add a bit of another pattern and then have some black show through behind. That might be kind of cool. All right, Phil's got that. So what we could do is we could put there we go. So I do like red and turquoise together. So it says, noisy people turning this way and that. He came to receive opposite hope in the cavernous box. Watching him, the sane would kick it away. Impatience surged. His eyes cleared. He ran without complaint. Ooh. All right, so let's pick up. How are we going to do this? So I want to remove some of this, but not all of it. And we wanted to pull up all the layers. Let's do just need a thin layer, but I think I need it through stencil so I can pick it up. All right, let me find a stencil that has a similar feel. Maybe some holes in it or something. So this is kind of sorry, guys. What about this? Oh, it's not quite big enough. But that might be neat because it might give us like some lines around here. Let's do that. Let's do black. And then we'll put the stencil down and then we'll pick up. Okay, I'm just going to move this so I don't get it all messy. Ooh, my brayer's all stuck. All right. And then we'll decide if we want to pick it up again with like red or with black. So we'll see what it looks like. I don't always make, you know, decisions super far in advance when I'm jelly plating. Let's just use this here. It's not going to pick up all the layers though. That's the question. Nettie just made her journal for the scavenger hunt. So every year, Janet Young in chat here, Janet, do you want to put your link for your channel? She does a scavenger hunt. She prepares prompts for us. And, oh good, it's picking up the blue. She does prompts for us, and then you have till April 1st, I think, usually to get it done, and then you can be entered for a prize. But you don't have to have it done by April 1st. You can do it as slow as you want. Last couple years I haven't finished it, so I might just use the journal that I got ready last year. So you can see on there it did pick up some of the initial layers. So I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to Put that down there. Now I'm going to turn this over to see what it looks like so we can decide what color to lift it. Because remember, we're going to glue the found poetry back into the center of it. So I'm just going to roll this over. I have my deli plate on a acrylic, it's like a sign stand. So I'm just looking, and remember, we're going to have this glued in the center. So a lot of this isn't going to show anyhow. So perhaps we should just pick it up with black. I'm thinking, or maybe like a dark red. Thanks, Janet. Hi, Legia. Now, Legia, it's Rebecca. Is that correct? Let's see. What am I missing? So Janet's going to work on her journal. So it is Rebecca. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So now we need this to dry fully so that it will all pick up, because I want everything to pick up. And then we're going to attempt to put it in here. Because it's a bit wrinkly, it's not going to be perfect, but that is all right. I'm going to show you guys something I got that was quite cool. So this was from my one of my son's girlfriends. It's actually a candle, and it smells delicious. And it actually has my name. It's very rare to find something with the exact spelling of my name. Hi, Miriam. So Janet says, the list will be released next Monday, and you have until April 1st to finish 90 of the prompts to be eligible for the giveaway. You know, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's block out our other one. I had one ready. So this one says, I circled some words. See if this is any good. Smiling with a careless reply. Am I missing something? To sleep on the quiet water, alone all day, the birds would dance with triumph in the sun, aware. Is that okay, Anne, or should I add some words to it? If Anne's still here. So let me start, let's put this one aside, and let me start blocking this one out with my washi. So I think we'll have time to do two pages. You like it, Anne? All right. What's my grade so far? Am I like a B plus? Smiling with a careless reply. And then that should dry pretty quick, and then we can, oops, I don't want to get that letter there. Oh. A++, wow, Nettie. I think Anne was probably a pretty, not strict. I'm sure she was a fair grader, like fair in giving her marks. Yes, Miriam, autocorrect is very difficult to deal with when there's names sometimes. Oh, I missed the Y there. Let's just add an extra layer. Ooh. So Rebecca, we are making Blackout Poetry, where you take a book page and you block out, or you keep some words showing and you block out the rest. So I'm blocking out the words I want to keep, and then we're jelly printing over top of it to reveal the words that we want to reveal. And it's a great way to make poetry for us that aren't very poetic, because the words are there. You just need to pick some words. Pick the words that speak to you. If it doesn't make sense, that's okay. It's okay by me. I don't know. Now I think this one I'll use like a bird stencil or something birdish. This is a perfect width of washi tape. I'm definitely getting faster at this. All right, so this one is almost done. And then Sophia in chat, she was talking about found poetry, where you take books and you cut out words and you reassemble them to make, found poetry. This is blackout poetry, and we were talking about versus found poetry. So that's nice and dry. Now, what are we going to use for pickup? I talked about using black, but I kind of feel like or did I talk about dark red? I almost feel like we want something contrasting. I changed my mind. I don't want white. Or do I want white? You know what? I wonder if like this color, this what you call it? Gosh, I don't have words today. Let's use that. Let's use an off-white / unbleached titanium. All right. So I don't need that right this second. We're going to put it in my composition book. And it's not going to be perfect because the composition book has wrinkles in it, but that just adds to the character. Oh, Miriam, that must have been just so heartwarming to see your friend. Now this I want to keep fairly thin because I do want it to not take too long to dry. But you don't want to over roll it because then you'll start lifting up the paint. So I'm actually going to put it right here as best we can. And it's a bit bigger than the book, so it's gonna go off. So I'm gonna give it a good press. I'm gonna roll this over, and then we're gonna press on the other side of the page. So I'm gonna lift up the other pages, and I'm gonna press directly onto the page itself. Now this is 2 pages glued together, so there's some inadvertent wrinkles. And I need to protect my hand. I bet you are, Miriam. That's just wonderful. Okay, and rub. And says, found poetry is the literary equivalent to collage, according to Wikipedia. Interesting. So blackout poetry, is that like reverse collage? Here we go. Reverse collage, literary reverse collage. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing some literary reverse collage. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit because we want it to, as much to get on there as possible. So we could do, I don't have another 8x10 plate, but we could just use a 5x7. I think this should fit. Yeah, so that'll fit on a 5x7. I will leave it, oh, let's round the corners of this one too. Oh, hi, Barbara. Nice to see you. Yes, watch the replay. I'm happy with whatever works for you, girl. Enjoy those sunny skies. Thanks for popping in and saying hi to everybody. Now this is not going to, I feel like we should cut it down a bit because it's a bit bigger than my plate. Where's my big scissors? So I'll have to re-round the corners. Escape to Light. That's the name that this one has come from. So I still have pages left in that story I want to read. All right, so so this one's about birds and flying. Does anybody want to pick some colors? It's going to be on the page next to the other one, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me if it like coordinates with it or not. It would be nice to coordinate though. Maybe we should do a hint of blue with a lot of red. Make it different. Or blue and black. Thanks, Barbara. Let's do blue and black. Sorry, I asked you a question and I vetoed it. Blue and black. Ooh, I wonder if we could do a transfer of a bird. That would be neat. Let me check that book we used the other day. I don't remember if there's any birds in here or not. I know there's cats. This was the book that we were using the other day to do some scary dolls. I don't remember. Oh, look at that. What if we do bird? Okay, I'm gonna do bird. We're gonna do image transfer. We're gonna do it in black, and then of course some of it's going to be torn away because of the where the images, where the lines are. So we'll do this part of the bird. I just need to cut that out. Do I have, where's my X-Acto? Can't find my X-Acto now. I'll use this little cutter thing. Raw umber, not black. Okay, we can do that. I think raw umber goes well with the red on the other page. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna rip it. Oh, there's birds on this other one too. Okay, let's do this. I like these ones because they're bigger. Okay. Oh, there's my X-Acto. I knew it was somewhere. Oh dear. I had all my papers from my last stream inside there and they all just fell on the floor, but that's okay. Whoops. But you know what the problem is? I would do raw umber, but I don't think I have a good paint for transferring that is raw umber. So I think I'm gonna have to do black, but we could do raw umber when we do like the decoration around it. Yeah, I don't really have a good raw umber paint for the transfer. I did like that idea though. Okay, so let's cover all these pointy implements. And I'll put them aside. And I don't have blue. Let's just do black. Colleen, that's the Neither Here Nor There book. I showed it on my video this Saturday. No, I showed it on my live stream last week. I did a flip through. You can check out the flip through on my live stream from last Wednesday. Oh no, but you know what? I just remembered this plate isn't warmed up yet. Let's do a warm-up pull. I'm just gonna pull this paint because I did not warm up this plate. I'll show you the cover in a second. Where did it go? I don't know where it went. I just used it and I had it. And oh, here it is. It's this one, Colleen. Neither here nor there. And that's the one that I did some transfers last week. And so we got that. So when I did my live last week, I didn't warm up my jelly plate before doing a transfer. So hopefully one pull is enough of a warm up. Might not be. If it doesn't work, please don't comment that I wrecked the picture. I'm using this book especially to do collage and to cut up and to do image transfers, so it's fine. It's fine. So you want your first one nice and thin. That's pretty good. And then I'm actually gonna press it down. Oh, it's probably too thin. I'm gonna do this just so I know where I've got the birds. Give this a quick rub, not too long. And there we go. I mean, it was a bit thin in the middle, but we get the idea. Here's our transfer. And as I was talking to Colleen last at her stream yesterday, I find if I wipe this, I can get a second print. So we'll just kind of get that a little wipey woo. And then you can still use the other side too. So that's still good to go. All right, let's let that dry. And then we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna stick this on top of there for the pickup. Yeah, Colleen, this one's full of black and white. It's great. And Anne, you just got your copy? Awesome. I didn't see, did you show it in your live stream? Because I was watching the replay before I came on. I didn't see that. I did see your little Tito sweater. That was so cute, Anne. I still have to finish watching it. Hi, sister. How you doing? All right. So we could pick this up with blue because it's going to go with the other page. And then perhaps we could do red around it. What do you think? Or do we pick it up with red? You know what? I think this, while this is drying, let's see if this is ready to pull. So it's not perfect. Could probably leave it a little longer, but you know what? It's okay. And this is my composition book that I have 2 pages glued together. So it is on the wrinkly side, so it doesn't really get a great it doesn't always pick up everything. All right, so we're gonna glue that on here. Interesting how the blue that had the black behind it, look how different it looks now versus here is a much brighter blue. And I'm tempted to just kind of put, I think I'm going to put some black. Let's spray some black kind of to there just to outline it a bit more. Oh, you like that ASMR, Rebecca, hey? All right, so I'm going to just spray on some black directly on the page, and I'm going to want it just a little bit thicker than our let's see, just want to add just a little bit. Is that enough? I think I want a little bit more. A little bit more black. Hi, Janet Bishy Bomb Bomb. How you doing? All right. So I like that a bit better. So I'll just let that dry and then we'll glue this down. I'm glad you're doing better, Janet. Thanks, Rhonda. You are very welcome to lurk away. I'm happy to have you watching here or watch the replay or whatever. Just give me that little wipe. So I'm gonna let that dry. Let's see, I think our transfer is probably dry. So let's pull that over here. And did I say we're gonna pick up with blue or red? And then this is the one we're gonna put down on it. I'm gonna make it a bit thinner. I want the whole thing covered. Thanks, Janet. Okay. Let's do red, and then we can always outline the words in black. That might look quite striking because I didn't feel like our initial print had enough of the red showing. Well, I guess this did. But let's do this. And then we could do blue and black around it, or maybe the raw umber and blue together around it. That might be cool. I feel like that's not enough. Now this red is it, I can't tell if it's transparent. It's semi-opaque, so we're going to see some of the words through it. But I don't want to see the words. I want them covered. Let's see. I'm looking for, I'm going to add a bit of purple, which is opaque, just to darken it up a bit. But we don't want it too dark because we do want the transfer to show. So hopefully I didn't put too, I'm going to take a little bit of that off. Just a bit off. These are going to be some murdery crows. So I think I'm going to make it not too thin so that we have a chance of covering those words. And I'm not going to worry too much about where they're going to lift up. This is handy, so we'll just use this. Hi, Lisa. Thanks so much. The murder of crows are getting murdery red. Yes. All right, let's see how that looks. So that's good. I'm glad none of the words ended up on their eyes. And we are going to see the words under, which I'm not crazy about, but hopefully the words highlighted will be bright enough. Okay, so let's put that aside. Let's give that a little rub. And let's glue our other one down. It's still a little bit wet, but what you gonna do? I want to outline that in black. just going to use my black Posca just to outline the I've got this song in my head from that Christmas show I was telling you guys about, the Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. Ugh, it's just, I just love it. Okay, let's glue that down. Lisa is wrapping ornaments, like as gifts. So let's just use some Eileen's tacky, and because we're gluing onto acrylic paint, so you kind of need a strong glue. Glue stick won't stick to acrylic paint. Now I want to go straight. I don't think I'm going to angle it. We're going to go straight. And let's just do a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm in the zone. It's going to kind of make that kind of distressy. Don't want it too straight. We're just going to smudge it. Smudge, smudge. I think I'm addicted to smudging Posca. And then hopefully that bird page will be ready. But we need to think about how we're going to prepare the base for it. So it's going to be red. There. And I feel like writing the date because I do. What color eyes will the birds have? Some shade of yellow. Well, the birds are already pretty much done. I don't think I think they were black. So I'm going to do red birds here. So it's going to be red. I feel like we should do blue and black around. I think we'll do that. There's already black on here. So what if we just do plain, just pick it up with this blue, which is nice and bright. And then maybe we can add some other things on top. Like someone mentioned raw umber. We can maybe do some elements in the raw umber around it. So I'm just going to put this with the crusty bits just right on the page. And this, initially I didn't want them to tie together, but I think I changed my mind and I do want them to tie together. All right, I'll push that down. And we'll lift this up and we'll give it a good rub. There's some ASMR for you, Rebecca. All right. So that's going to look like that. And then we can always add something over top. Let's pull this. So there's our birds, and then we just have to pull off our washi tape. And I think that's cool. We're going to pick that up and put it like on a piece of paper. Maybe we could put it here. But just let that dry. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry you weren't feeling well. Oh, you're packing away your ornaments. Ah, that makes sense. You know, I really didn't put out a lot of Christmas decorations this year because we're just living in a temporary, we're just renting this place temporarily. So I just, you know, I just didn't feel like it. I just did a little bit. I took out our little 4-foot Christmas tree. I have a big Santa I like to take out. A couple little Santas that my uncle made. Now I feel like that's starting to dry. I'm just going to hit that with the heat gun because I feel like it's starting to get a bit sticky. I actually like how you can see some of the words. Like here you see c'est ça in French. You see like some words. I really want to get back to more art journaling, I think. I feel like I'm so busy, I just sort of fallen away from actually, you know, making journal pages. And the sun. Aware. Smiling with a careless reply. To sleep on the quiet water, alone all day, the birds would triumph. In the sun, aware. All right, let's see if this is ready to pull. Just going to pull this aside for a second. Looks like it's coming off. I'm just going to turn this over. So Lisa likes to switch and bring all her snowmen and women out and put a few things for New Year's. That's fun. Hi, Raoul. How are you? So this was very wrinkly. So we got a very wrinkly sort of print, which I think looks kind of neat, actually. Like, look at that yumminess there. Like, that's kind of cool. Actually looks like it kind of looks like a tree, right? Like a tree trunk. And then we can kind of like offset this one. This one's straight, so I feel like this one should be straight, but I kind of want to offset. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it over. I think I'm going to move it up and over so we can see the texture here. And it's cool. You can see the title of the book, Escape into Light. So that's the print. I hope you can see that. So shall we just glue it up there? I think we shall. Let's not overthink it. Let's not overthink it, people. It's art journaling. It's for fun. Okay, now I want to make sure I don't get this dirty though. Where's my glue book? I have a book that I use when I'm gluing to keep the glue off of my, ooh. Okay. And as I mentioned when I was gluing the first one down, is you want to use a good quality glue because you cannot use a glue stick to stick something to acrylic paint. So for those coming in, we're doing blackout poetry, where you keep some words showing and you black out or disguise the rest of the words, and you use that to make a poem. Hi, Kathy Berg. All right, let's do that. And let's grunge it up a bit more. This is getting, I think it's going to crinkle up a bit. So I should probably, if I wasn't streaming, I would probably put some wax paper and stick this under a book, which I will do as soon as I can. So let's just do, let's do that. And we'll blot it, we'll kind of grunge it up. I don't want to spray water on this because this composition book, I don't want to, you know, wreck the, it's already wrinkly. I don't want to make it more wrinkly. Now this baby wipe could be a bit wetter though. Another thing I didn't really do art-wise this December is I didn't get any coloring done. So I usually like to do a little bit of just some mindless fun coloring. I like to play with colors. Let's grunge that up a bit there. I think what we'll do is we'll get this go straight down and we'll kind of like extend that with the bark sort of feeling to it. Let's get a fresh baby wipe. Okay, so initially I thought maybe we would use the Posca to outline that, but I don't know if it needs it. What do you guys think? Should I put black outlines around the words? Like I could. What do you guys think? Should we do the outlines? Safia is saying the Faber-Castell pens work like this, smudging on matte medium or painted acrylic surface. You have to work quickly. Yeah, you can do it with your Pitt pens as well. So like if you draw with your Pitt pens, you can smudge them. I find it's a little less lenient for time than the Posca pens are though. You don't think it needs it. Okay. Hi Sharon, how are you? So that's our 2 pages. I'm still gonna pull this and I still want to pull that, but I might do those off camera because we're almost at time. Let's do a little review here. So here's our poetry. So here's our bird page. I'll read it again. I'll try to read it properly. Smiling with a careless reply, to sleep on the quiet water alone all day, the birds would triumph in the sun aware. I'm not very poetic, but. And then this one here says, noisy people turning this way and that, he came to receive opposite hope in the cavernous box. Watching him, the sane would kick it away, impatience surged, his eyes cleared. He ran without complaint. I kind of like how the stamp, like the stamp we used here to make these circles, I like how it makes it feel noisy. Like that wasn't really intentional, but it's cool. And then how it's like echoed here in like a darker color. So I'm really happy with how those turned out. Is there anything else you guys want to see? I did a flip through of my jelly printing book. I'm actually going to finish this. So those are the last 2 blank pages. So we're gonna call this book Jelly Printed Done. Now I could still play in it, adding words and stuff and focal points, but I just really wanted to get that done for the new year. I should probably date this page too. I'll just put it on the side here. December 2023. A finished book, yay! Now it's not totally finished, but it's mostly finished. Like all the pages have something on it. Will I add focal points? Probably. I probably should. Devin, Raul said, when you're finished with scavenger hunt, you want to see that too. I'm not sure what you want to see. What do you want to see? Sharon's been enjoying her Christmas break. Looking forward to catching up. Oh, Sharon has a new stamp available at the PM Artist Studio website. It's a tree stamp. I think I saw a preview of that. It looks really cool. It would go right here, wouldn't it? And I do have a couple, I have a good announcement coming in January. So I guess that's my live stream. I don't know if I'll announce it on my first live stream of the year or if we'll do it another time. Ooh, that's kind of fun. We could put these used washi tapes around the border. Ugh. I just can't stop playing. I'll have to glue those down though. They won't stay. They won't stay like that, but it's kind of cool. What else? Yeah, so I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for coming to my live stream. I look forward to chatting with a lot of you at the New Year's Eve Streamathon. Miriam and Raul are in chat right now. I think someone has linked their site for the what's it called? For the Streamathon. I'm teasing. Yes, Peggy, it's a tease. I'm just a tease. Just ask my hubby. All right. Well, I'll try to make a video for the weekend. We'll see how it goes. And thanks for coming. Oh, hi, Diane. Well, the party doesn't start till you get here. Anyhow, thanks for coming. And I hope you enjoyed my live stream. Please share, like, all that YouTube-y stuff. And thanks, Janet and Mariah, for being awesome mods. And yeah, we'll see you all in 2024. Bye-bye. Oh, and Colleen was an awesome mod too. I think she's in lurk mode now, but thanks everybody. Bye-bye.